Okay, what's up team? So today we're going to be going through a bunch of new concepts I have designed for clans I want to get added into Shinobi Live 2. Now, I'll be doing full move breakdowns and what I want to see level wise for each move, the negatives and the positives of each move, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to put across to you guys is the idea of the clan called the Kimono clan, okay? So this is, I believe, the pronunciation for the kanji of beast in Japanese, okay? So this clan would be a shapeshifting type beast. By that I mean each of your moves, you would be able to turn into various animals and various creatures, gain different abilities, and benefit highly from their real world traits. So the first move I have is move 1. I've named it Tiger Rush. You'd need to be level 70 to unlock it, and you would transform into a tiger, of course. You would get a speed boost, almost like a dash. Colliding with the enemy would stun them briefly. I'll put an on-screen example of something that already exists like this in a different game called Smite. In a character's moveset, the character is called Sun Wukong, and he's able to do this action. And I think this would play very well into the PvP aspects of this game, and also would just be super flippin' cool, so I want to see it. The second move I've called Tortoise Dance. This would be a level 260 requirement, and what you would do is you transform into a tortoise. Then you'd also be encased in like an energy dome, so like a green kind of energy dome, and you'd get a small amount of HP recovery. You'd also be immune to damage for a short period of time. However, your movement would be very slow. Use that wisely. If you're about to get hit by a big tail beast bomb or something like that, you can activate the Tortoise Dance and be completely immune to damage for that short period of time. However, if they put down an iron sand floor, you wouldn't be able to escape. Okay, so move 3 I have named Dive Bomb. That would be a level 500 requirement, and in my eyes, I think 500 would probably be the maximum level for this KG. In this move, you would turn into a type of bird, I don't know, maybe like an eagle or a kestrel or something. You'd fly up very quickly, similar to like the taijutsu companions like Rock Lee and such, and then you'd rush at the enemy. It'd be similar to a teleport of Namikaze, or now with the Itachi Mangaku Sharingan, I feel like that would be similar. And you would also take the enemy's stamina upon collision. Now, this might be too OP, I can't really decide, but I feel like the developers could integrate it in a way that would be very balanced and very fun to use. So if you like that idea, say, God, I really love that idea in the comments. Okay, so clan 2 is the Iburi Smoke clan. Now you might have heard IB Main talk about this clan in his video. However, in this video, obviously, I'm going to give you a detailed move breakdown as to what I would like to see if it was actually added to the game. Move 1. I've named Smolder Slide. It's level 60 requirement, so you don't need to be too high. Maybe hit a log a few times. You would become smoke, low to the floor, okay? So about knee height. You'd be able to move for about 1 second at a increased speed, as well as that you can't take damage. So that might be too OP for a first move that is level 60 requirement. But I feel like in PvP, you have already maxed out all your KGs, so you have all the utility there anyway. Move 2, I've named Smoke Storm. Now this is pretty generic, I must say, but it's a level 380 requirement, and it's very similar to Fog Disillusion in the sense that it would just be a big cloud of smoke around you after you activate the move. However, it wouldn't stun the enemy, but it would do damage over time and slow them. You would also get actual invisibility in this move. So I feel like in Fog Disillusion, the invisibility is 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In this, it definitely would, hopefully, if they can integrate that into the game, and it would last about the same amount of time. The final move, move 3, is called Smoke Showdown. So this is similar to what Iron Sand's last move was initially, where it activated a mode type fighting style. So what would happen with this move is that you would get a new combat fighting style. You would get increased range on your auto attacks as your limbs would fire off, leaving clouds of smoke between your body and the limbs. Furthermore, once their limbs had hit an enemy and you had started a combo, your smoke would do damage over time onto the enemy. Now this again might seem too overpowered, but I feel like with all the stuff that they're adding into the game, massive tailed beasts and Susanoo that can take away all of the stuff that Reaper Deathseal can, I think they would probably add it. I also planned out a mode for this Keki Genkai, which is called Smoke Body. Now what it would be is that you essentially just get a speed buff and you get smoke particles around your person. However, you also dodge 15% of damage that comes towards you. So 15% of attacks will just pass straight through you. Now, I feel like 15% is a number that could be altered depending on if it needs to be balanced to make it harder to be hit or easier to be hit. That number could be moved, it's interchangeable. Now, I think 15 probably would be balanced. It might seem low. However, if you think of all the attacks with all the clay birds and everything like that, 15%, you know, that's not that bad, and I think it would be a very cool concept to add into the game and be very cool for PvP. If you agree, then subscribe. Okay, so clan 3, the final clan. This is actually canon, so this is actually in the series. Okay, so the Aburame clan. This is the insect clan. Now you might think, hey, Discorex, it's probably already in the game because there is a insect bee clan. No, that's a completely separate clan that utilizes only bees, you absolutely. It is actually in fact a completely separate clan. Your first move is technically a support move, and it's a very support based clan. So your first move is called Medical Mosquito. It is a level 90 requirement, so for a first move, it's quite a high level. And what you would do is you choose an ally to auto target send an insect to. Now this insect would fly over their head and healing them over time. It wouldn't do a stupid amount of healing because it is only a first move, but it would be significant to the point where your mate would go, haha, thanks bro, you're super cool. If you wanted to use it on yourself as well, you could aim directly down and the auto tracker would start healing you. Now this might seem super OP, but when you think about the fact that it does no damage to anyone, that's kind of swag. Move 2 is called Evolution's EMP. It's a level 260 requirement, and this would create a large swarm of insects in a certain location, right? So, if I didn't say already, this move is an AoE, which stands for Area of Effect, which means it's basically like Fog Dissolution, or the Iron Sand Floor, or the new paper move, and if you get caught in it, it's not good. So what it would do is disable all enemies' chakra for 8 seconds if they're inside it. It'd be a large swarm of insects and basically you'd get chopped up. You wouldn't be able to dash, you'd be somewhat slowed but not really. And yeah, you just don't want to be inside of it considering that you can't use any of your moves and your chakra is disabled. So yeah, pretty bad. But again, does no damage, so that's the balance there. Move 3 is called Swarm Support. Now what this is essentially the first move. However, it's on a massive cooldown because you can give your Medical Mosquito for up to 4 players, and maybe you'd reap some kind of rewards from that. So maybe you'd get more points at the end of a match if it's a PvP match, or yeah, you know, that kind of thing. You'd also give your allies a speed buff and a damage buff, and again, this would be an Area of Effect move. Okay, so that's basically all the clans I've got for you today. If you want to see more of these videos, as I actually am kind of going into the game design industry, then please feel free to let me know down in the comments section and give me some of your ideas. You know, maybe I can expand on them, maybe I can design moves for them, clans that I may not know about that you want to see in the game. And again, thanks to IB Main for the ideas of the Iburi clan, as well as the Shapeshifting clan, because I kind of did steal them, but I also made them my own. But it's cool, I guess. Yeah, go over to my Twitch, because if you do, then that'll be very swell of you. And also subscribe, because subscribing is super cool. And yeah, stay in a bit, mate. Yeah, cool.